and welcome back to another lip balm review. This one is one that I got in my Ipsy Glam bag this month, and it is by KVoss, not KVoss like I called it in that video. Don't make fun of me, okay? I found out when I went to review it on the website. Or, you know, I could have just read it right here in the little tiny print, but I thought there was supposed to be an O, alright? Don't make fun of me. So anyways, this is in Strawberry Peppermint, and it's in the 0.25 fluid ounce size, so it is probably a travel size of something. I could go and look up the pricing info for you guys. I should probably do that before we go any further, so let me do that real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I went and looked it up on their website, and oh boy, these are pricey. So, this one I found it towards the bottom of the page, and they had it in two varieties, in Ipsy Tube, which I guess is this guy, or in a jar, but the price was the same on both. This is $16 freaking, apparently. I'm so glad I got it as part of my Ipsy bag, because I would never spend that on a dinky little tube like this. It better be freaking magical. That's all I can say. For it to be that expensive, my god. So, it's got the angled applicator like this. It's rounded, which is always nice, and doesn't look like there's any rough edges on it, which, again, always a good thing, because you would be surprised how often I find lip glosses and lip balms with this type of applicator, yet the edges of it are all rough as shit, and it just cuts up your lips, which, if you're using a lip balm, odds are your lips are already messed up, so do you really want to put something sharp and rough on them? Probably not, you know, not a good idea, so I'm glad that this does not have anything like that. Kind of digging the almost all black vibe. That just looks edgy and nice and perfect for October. But yeah, I mean, this is tiny for that amount. That is insane. This is not all natural. There are some natural ingredients in it, but yeah, you could not claim this to be organic or natural. I'm sorry. There's a lot of just chemicals in it. I don't believe it's limited edition or anything. I think they just sell this all the time. Shelf life is 12 months after opening, which I guess when it's this tiny, you'll probably go through it. Sturdiness, I mean, it's just a tube. You probably shouldn't squeeze it if you don't want to lose your product. And for that much money, that would be a shame. So, yeah, there's no special features that I know of, no SPF or medication, so let us talk about how it smells, as best I can anyway. Let's just give it a very gentle squeeze. We get a little glob, which is quite dark, as you can see. You get more of the mint than the strawberry, I find, which is interesting. I'm not sure how much of this to apply. Let's start with just a little bit. I don't think there's a tint there. I thought originally there might be, but no. But now that I'm putting it on, I do smell more of the strawberry, which is nice, because I wasn't smelling it at first. A little bit more, maybe. A little bit. Just getting all the excess product off, and yeah. Okay. Pretty good. Okay. I can hang with that. Ooh, that is a very interesting combination of smells. I don't dislike it. It's not bad, actually. If you had told me strawberry mint, I'd probably been a little weird, but I mean, I'm down to try it. It may have a tiny bit of tint. I mean, for how expensive it is and how tiny of an amount there is in there, I'm sorry, I am not swatching this to find out. I'm not gonna waste it. Let's see, is there a flavor? No. Okay. I'm like waiting to see if there's gonna be any tingling from the peppermint, but so far there is not, which is a little bit of a bummer, not gonna lie. So anyway, thickness wise it's very thick, which if you couldn't tell, it is, but not in a bad way. It is a little bit sticky, A little bit. It's like a lip gloss, more so than a lip balm. I guess there's a little bit of tingling going on. Not very much, though. Yeah, it really just feels very much like a gloss, but I mean, I can tell my hair keeps getting in it, so, you know, don't wear this on a windy day if you have longer hair. Just a thought, unless you want to pull it back. Just throwing that out there, you know, long-haired girl problems. But, anywho, it doesn't feel bad, though. I mean, like I said, it just feels like you're wearing lip gloss, which I like. I have no problem with that, but I know some people can't stand them, like Graveyard Girl. But, anyway, so, if it is indeed a lip balm and not a lip gloss, which every instinct of mine is going, no, it's a gloss, it's not a balm. But maybe it is, if it actually works, you know, perhaps it could be worth the price, but for such a tiny amount, I don't think I could ever personally myself spend that much money on a dinky-ass little tube like that. Some of you who are better off, maybe you could, but I am not you. So this is not designed for people like myself, sadly. But, it's not bad, though. It's fun to at least get to experience it once for getting it in my Ipsy bag. As you can see, it is very shiny and glossy, which I adore. I know other people not into that, but I love it when they're glossy. It's hard to say if this feels like it's actually going to moisturize or if it's just going to sit on my lips. It's kind of that weird middle ground where it could go either way just as easily. I'm hoping it actually does something, but I'm also not holding my breath. So, I'm going to go ahead and do the drink test with it, though, just to see how it does. Okay. It actually passed that. And I do see the tiniest flush of light pink on my straw, which tells me had I swatched it on my hand, yeah, it probably would have had a little bit of color there. But it doesn't really look like it added color, it just made my lips wet and shiny. So, if there's any darkening, it may be from the slight tingliness of the peppermint oil bringing blood to the surface of my lips, giving the effect of it. But I do not think that this is, like, a tinted thing particularly, but that's just my opinion. I would still give it the wow factor, I just wish it weren't so expensive, or if it had to be so expensive that you would get more product for that amount of money, because I mean, if I got a bigger tube of it, maybe I would pay that for it, but for this stinky-ass little thing, hell no. Oh, what will I rate it? I'm going to dock it a point for being so small, and another one for that price point. Those two together, if it were just one, or just the other, maybe I could hang with it, but being that small of an amount for that cost, it's no bueno for me. And the fact that it's such a soft tube, I'm like, I would never dare in a million years put this in a purse or in a pocket or anything, because I would be convinced it's gonna just squeeze out all over everything, and that very precious, expensive product is going to be wasted. So no thank you. Trying to think. Those may be about my only issues with it, really. I guess that still leaves us with a 7 out of 10, but I do feel like this is more of something for people who have more disposable income of which to spend on cosmetic products, and for the average, everyday layperson, it's probably just a little bit too high to really justify something so small. At least the ones that are in the jars that you have to put your finger into, even though I'm generally not a fan of that, I would still be really hesitant to pay that much money for that, but at least that has the portability factor in not worrying about it, like, squeezing out everywhere in your purse. So, I mean, this is probably the only time in history I say that I would probably go for that above a tube, but in this one case, I feel like I would probably more go for that than for this, only because this is such thin plastic. It just, for how much it costs, that blows my mind that they didn't design this better. But it's still not bad. The actual contents of said tube, limited though they may be, are pretty nice, and I do like how it feels, and I like how it smells. I really have no complaints there. Hopefully it will actually do its job and, you know, be moisturizing, but time shall tell. So anyways, that is really all I have to say for this one. So, anyway, as usual, you guys know what to do. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe, hit that notification bell icon so you never miss an upload. Make sure you're following my social media accounts. They're all listed down below. Leave comments. Have any of you guys ever bought this, gotten it in Ipsy, gotten it from anywhere? What do you guys feel about this one? Is it overpriced for what it is? Do you think it's right on the mark? Do you think it's a good product, bad product, mediocre product? Let me know down below, as well as anything else you feel like leaving me. Again, follow my social media accounts, are all listed down below, and if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. So anyway, guys, till next time, bye-bye.